do, do. Smells good too. Mango blush. My Victoria's Secret. How is everybody this evening? Even though I know the secret is apparently hidden within here because it's not showing. How is everybody this evening? I am ready for bed. Oh, hello, hello. How is everybody? Can you hear me okay? I think so. How is everybody doing? Tomorrow we will talk about our review of our movie. You know what? Maybe we should do that tonight. I said I was going to do it tomorrow. I kind of want to move it up a little bit, actually. Just because I may be moving and shaking a little bit tomorrow. Packing and getting ready to get on the road. And so I actually may switch our times up a little bit. And let's see here. Let's do our random generator tonight, actually. Random number generator. Between 1 and, let's see here. So, let's say between 1 and 50, I think. Because we already watched the Flintstones. So that's out. So yeah. Hi, Sarah. How are you? Good evening. How is everybody? I was just writing down our list for our movies since I've already watched the Flintstones. So I have 50 to choose from. And I figured I would give my... Yes, of course. You were on last night, right, Sarah? Hello, Brawl. Is it Brawl? Hello. How are you? So, yes. How is everybody this evening? Do you want me to subscribe? I love new subscribers. I would love for that to happen. Thank you. Hi, Martin. Hi. How is everybody this evening? Can I subscribe? Of course. Absolutely. I think you can just press the subscribe button, actually. Daxon. Hi, Daxon. That's an interesting name. That's really interesting. Daxon. Let's see here. Okay. Lysandro? Hi, Lysandra. How are you? Yeah, Daxon sounds interesting. It's rare. I get that. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. Yes, Sarah. Hey, Lysandro. That's a pretty name. Yeah, I love that. My name is Aysia. If you are new to my channel, hello, hello. I see some of my regulars. Martin, hello, Martin. All right, let's see here. Everybody. Bacon. Hold on, give me 1 second. Can manage. All right, just for tonight, Martin. All right, Bacon plays hello, hello. Yes. How is everybody this evening? What did y'all do today? How was your day? Okay, 11. Cool, cool, cool. What is your favorite pop music? My favorite pop music. Now, I'm older than you all, Sarah, so my favorite pop music would be probably like when I was younger, I liked like Destiny's Child and stuff. That was my group. Or B2K, but and I don't know B2K. That's a really long time ago. But pop music today, I'm trying to think. I don't even. Man, there's so many different people now. I like a couple different people, but I like It's a good question. Of course, I really like Beyonce, but I also like Taylor, and I also like I can't think of her name. Adele, but I don't know if you can call Adele pop really, because she's not. Ariana, yeah, Ariana's good too. I like Ariana Grande. I have not seen the movie Wicked yet though, and I'm feeling some type of way because I feel like I should have. And then I was gonna look at it last night, and I was like, maybe later, because I wasn't sure. You know, when you order it on, I think Amazon Prime, you only have like a certain amount of time to watch it, and I knew I wasn't gonna have enough time to watch it. My birthday is in a month from today. Oh, happy early birthday, Daxon. Okay. Why you say same, Martin? What you mean same? You mean same about Ariana Grande or your birthday? Oh, mine is close. Okay. Gotcha. Cause trivia. Hey! Hey! How are you? Gotcha. Long time no see. You should have been on the other live the other night. Cause trivia. That was a long time. That was a really good conversation actually. Okay, Black Disrespectful, she's pretty. Thank you. Yeah, you got me on my coming down night. I'm not as dressed as I normally am. I'm kind of more like dressed for bed tonight than I normally am. But it's been a long day. Okay, I also didn't watch it. Yeah, I would have watched it by now, but I hadn't quite gotten a chance to get to it. Birthday. Okay. Martinson, Delaware. Let's see here. Glenda, Ariana. Grande Alphabet, Cynthia. Yeah, I gotta watch it though. Because one of my favorite movies is actually The Wizard of Oz. And I didn't even realize until Wicked came out that it was a like a prequel to The Wizard of Oz. So I think that's just really interesting. And the more that I learned, I was like, oh, I definitely need to watch that because I think it has a lot of like history in it. And I love some good history. Especially if it's my favorite movie and then it's like the beginning, so I get to see how everybody came to be. So I think it's really cool. Okay. We don't do that on this live, Daxon. Are you new, Daxon? I don't think I've ever seen you before. Okay. Hey Emma. It's good to see you. Again. Okay. Daxon says, oh no. Yeah, I don't think I've seen Daxon before. You gotta stick around for a while first. Yeah. So, if you were not here last week, we went over all of our, well, I have a list already. We're up to 50, so I don't want to add any more new ones to the list. So basically, I asked everybody last week what their favorite movie was when they were growing up as childhood. And so I have a list of 50, and we randomly picked and somebody picked the Flintstones. So I watched the Flintstones. Hi Z. I watched the Flintstones last. I finished it the night before last. From 1994, the one with Halle Berry, Rosie O'Donnell, Rick Moranis, and some others. And so tonight I wanted to pick another movie to watch because I've already finished that one. It was okay. What's the purpose of this live? So this live tonight is just random chat. Nothing in particular. Um I go live every night and we talk about different topics. However, this tonight really is just talking about just a play on from last week. I took a storytelling. So the gist of it was I took a storytelling class last Tuesday, I believe last Tuesday or Tuesday before last, and he talked about the story structure. So in the class, he had asked us to watch, is it Good Will Hunting and then A Few Good Men. Now I still have not watched A Few Good Men, but he talked about the different structures that movies are broken down by. Like the first 10% of the movie, you learn about the character, then you learn about the problem that they have or the pain points that they have, and then they have 6 different stages to a movie. And so I started asking everybody what their favorite movie was on the that they grew up with. And so I have a list of like 50. So randomly selected was the Flintstones, and I was like, how ironic is that? Because that wasn't like a great movie. But I feel like there are no such thing as coincidences. So I watched it anyway. It was okay. And so right now I have a list of 50 other ones. And so what I said I would do was I was going to randomly select by, I have a generator here, and I was going to watch some of these movies that were requested via the chat so that I could just kind of go back and see. Because I do like stories and I am trying to get better at storytelling. And so by looking at a lot of different movies and different stories and the way they told them, it kind of gives me a good blueprint. So that's the gist of it. So yeah. So let me read some of the stuff in this chat. So generally at night, what we talk about is kind of a little bit more free flowing. It's like less scripted. During the day, however, I will give more content based on marketing, based on tips and strategies and things like that. This evening, I'm a lot more less scripted because I am trying to enjoy I want to call it the Sabbath, but because it's winter time, I am still in hibernation. And so this is like my last kind of week before all of my stuff starts. So next week, I fly out to get ready for my blues show. And I do, if you're new to me, my name is Aysia. I am a project manager and a marketing consultant, but I also do concerts and large events. And we have an event next week for our show. We have a Southern Soul show and a blues concert, like an intimate night. We have Calvin Richardson. If I'm not sure if you know these people, Calvin Richardson. We have Century. We have Bree Wooten. We have H Town. So I know I have some younger people in the chat, so they may not know who any of these people are. And so I'll fly out then, and so my journey actually starts next week. So I'm trying to get as much downtime as I can before all of that begins. So that's why these are kind of like late night chats. We're kind of quiet, just kind of go with the flow of the chat. Every now and again, I'll ask a question. Like last night, I asked them a marketing question. I said, "What is it? Something that they normally buy that's not food related or bill related?" And so we had an interesting chat about that. Then the night before, we had some relationship advice that we gave a young lady. So it just kind of depends on the nature of the chat. And yeah, so as time goes on, we'll kind of streamline it. But for right now, I'm just getting comfortable with doing daily lives. I'm getting comfortable with just talking and kind of seeing what people are gravitating to and what interests people have. Okay, let's see. Let's read some of these chats. I see some of my regulars this evening, but I see a lot of new faces, which is interesting and it's fun as well. Martin says, I'm from Mexico or USA. So which one is it, Martin? Okay. Robert, hello, Robert. I am well. Thank you for asking. Daxon, I have school tomorrow. Okay. Emma, bye, Emma. Daxon's in the US. Okay. Where's everybody from? Let me know in the chat. Hi, Kylie. Or Jace, I should say. Hi, Jace. Bacon. Hello. Story arcs. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Daxon, hi, your sleigh. Sarah. What's up, Jace? Yeah. Daxon. Miguel. Hello, Miguel. Love you too, Daxon. I already have a moderator. Miguel, you are, I don't know you that well. I have to see you a couple times first. Okay. Okay, Daxon. So Martin, you know you're a moderator, so you can help out with that. Okay. So okay. What's your favorite food? My favorite food is macaroni and cheese. Okay. Okay. What's that? Mexico. Corpus Christi. Ain't that cool? Can you make? Oh, you're his brother. Oh goodness. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Well, I haven't seen you before, Miguel. I'm familiar with Martin, but I'm not familiar with you as well. You have to attend a couple of lives first. Okay. The other day you said your favorite food is noodles. No, that was noodles. That was the other guy, Noodles. So Noodles is he had come on. I like noodles, yes, but it's not my favorite. Well, I guess macaroni and cheese does have noodles in it though. So technically, you might still be right about that. I don't eat meat, so my food of choice is usually kind of a pasta type of dish. Yeah. Okay. So I want to go over the list of movies that I have, which is an interesting list. It's very like, is it eclectic? Is a lot of different random things on this list. So I have Lord of the Rings, The Hatchet, The Shiloh, Boys in the Hood, Sugar Hill, Knights of the Round Table, Cotton Club, Excalibur, Smash, Godzilla, Tilly Jackson, Holes, Chronicles, Braveheart, The Accountant, Ineviary, I think is that, Ponyo, Gladiator, The Indian in the Cupboard, Of Mice and Men, Antoine Fisher, The Wood, Risky Business, Peaky Blinders, Dead Man's Shoes, Back to the Future, High School Musical, Caligula, Gymkata, Camp Rock, Monsters Inc., Space Jam, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, Bring It On, The Mummy, Stomp the Yard, Peaceful Warrior, Oh Brother Where Art Thou, Adventures Endgame, Jackson 5, Moana 2, The Wild Robot, Power Rangers, Big Fish, BFG, Lion King, I Got the Hookup, Friday, Matilda, and Scott Pilgrim. So we have a very interesting list here. And what I wanted to do was Barbie Princess Charm School. Vengeance. Okay. Um, so what I wanted to do was randomly select what the next movie's gonna be, and then I will try and find time. I may have to push it back to next week because I think um, the my week is about to get very busy. But I want to go ahead and select the next movie for the next movie I'm gonna watch because I'm excited about it since I've already seen the Flintstones. But I don't want to add any new ones to this list because it's already quite long. I want to get at least 10 of these off the list before I open it up again. So I'm gonna do a random generator and I'm gonna pick one. So what I have right here is I have 50. There are 50 movies, and I'm gonna randomly select a number. 27. All right, I feel like 27 was the last. It was 37 last time. Okay, now it's 27. So I need a drum roll. Drum roll, please. Okay, let's see what we got. 27 is High School Musical. High School Musical. Okay. And which is probably not bad because I love musicals. So I'm not upset about it at all. I just need to know what who has High School Musical? Is it Netflix? Is it Amazon? Is it like where's it playing at that I can watch it? High School Musical. Oh, I'm kind of excited about it. I love a musical. So I need to give y'all the breakdown of this story structure so that you know. I don't know if you are into movies or making movies or writing, or even if you're in marketing or you're starting a YouTube channel. Like, stories is how you get people to join your lives, watch your content. Is something that captivates most audiences, and so that's why storytelling is very good, especially for communication, because it has the ear of your audience, right? And if you become a good storyteller, you can essentially just write your own ticket. Like, the people who make the most money, the people who are the most successful, is because they know how to script and craft a good story. So the more compelling your story is, the more people are drawn to what you have to offer. Princess Charm School, please. You gotta wait till I open up the list again. I'll open up the list again in a couple of weeks. I just want to get some of the ones we have on here off because we have a very long list. I cannot find my pen so I can write. Okay, I ate snacks on the bed and I got caught. Oh, goodness. Oh, Disney Plus. Thank you. Okay. Do I still have Disney Plus? I think so. I think I got rid of it. I gotta go back and go get it. Okay. Is that the only place that it has High School Musical? High School Musical is Disney Plus? Okay. All right. Where's my pen? All right. High School Musical. Is the next. That is so interesting. Okay, Disney Plus. Hey, Speedy, how are you? How are you? Everybody's good? I don't see my regulars tonight. Well, I see a couple of them, but I don't see everybody. I'm good. Okay, good. Well, if you're just joining us, we picked the second movie. The second movie is, she said, I actually have no idea. So if you're just joining us, the second movie I picked, if you were here last week, we went through a list of movies, and we had about 50 that everybody had picked previously from the previous week. And so now we are at the High School Musical was the one that was randomly selected for this evening. So basically, that means is I have a list of movies that I said based on the people that were in the chat that have recommended these movies that I would go back and watch them because I am a fan of storytelling and I'm also a fan of movies. And I always wanted to be a movie director since I was younger. So this is kind of along that quest of learning, watching little different stories, different story types, different story structures, and cultivating a synopsis between all of the movies and what they have in common, what they're good at, what they're lacking. How well do they convey the story? How well is the structure told? And does it captivate my attention long enough for me to watch it all the way through? Now, Flintstones was okay, but Flintstones was made in 1994, so one, it was old. Two, the graphics actually wasn't as bad as I thought they would be, considering it's 30 years old and how we have 4K now. Back then, it was probably just made probably not even HD. I don't even know 30 years ago, but it was decent. The storyline was kind of corny, but it is the Flintstones, so we understand that part. And then the trajectory of the story, I mean, it was okay. I did kind of fall asleep on it though. I fell asleep halfway through, so I turned it off and then I watched the other half like 2 or 3 days later. And then the second half seemed to be better than the first half, but in my opinion, I would probably give it like a C ish. So that's my opinion of the Flintstones. And so now we randomly selected the next movie, and the next movie is High School Musical. So that is apparently on Disney Plus. So if anybody wants to watch it with me, you're more than welcome to. I will give my review on that either next week or the week after, depending upon how well the week flows and how easily I can get to it. Let's see. I don't know, but that's the place that I thought. That's the place I thought. I'm not sure. Daxon, hi, good. Should I sneak snacks in my bed? No, I don't want you to get in trouble, Daxon. Don't get in trouble. Okay. You should be able to watch it. I've watched it. Okay. Yeah. So I have to schedule time to watch it is what I mean. I have to schedule time because I'm going to be traveling this next week. So I just need to see. Hopefully if I take a flight, maybe they have High School Musical on the flight. If not, we got to figure it out, right? Okay. So yeah, that's about it. Okay. So yes, I will watch High School Musical. Bum, bum, bum. So that's pretty good. I like musicals, so this is gonna be good. And then if you were watching I also like books. So I am currently reading this book. It's called Talk Sense to Yourself. And basically it's about the way that we talk to ourselves creates the things that are happening around us and the way that we feel and our emotions. So it's called Talk Sense to Yourself, the Language of Personal Power by Chick Mormon. And I want to read a little bit to you. I'm just gonna read like a little blurb. It says, the mind, more than anything else, determines the quality of your living. Your mind is the central agent in determining whether you experience success or failure, joy or sorrow, sickness or health. Your mind determines whether or not you win or lose, persevere or give up, experience fear or faith. Your life is an extension of what's in your mind, and whatever you hold there sooner or later materializes. If your mind is filled with self-doubt, and self-limiting beliefs, you will create a stagnation of failure for yourself. Or you will create a life of stagnation and failure for yourself. If your mind is filled with confidence and thoughts of unlimited success, you will create a life of joy and success. If your mind dwells on happiness, you produce happiness. If your mind is filled with beliefs and about lack and limitation, then you produce that for yourself. Your mind creates your reality. It is that important. And so this is a book that I am reading. I am currently in a book club. And so every week or every other week we meet and we discuss a book. So this is the current book that I'm reading. So you will probably hear me talk about this book for a while because it is a very good read. It's a very easy read, and because I'm in a book club. So you're going to hear me talk about this one for a while. Sounds interesting. Yeah, it's really good. It's really, really good. And there have been a couple of people, like, they have the term makes me in here. And so when you have to wake up at 6, okay, Daxon, have a good night. When you start reading this book, it really makes you think about the things that you say to yourself. Because you have to remember, we are with ourselves all day, every day, right? Like, my brain stays with me all the time. And so if I'm constantly thinking negative thoughts, if I'm constantly telling myself that I can't do this, that I'm not strong at this, that I'm not good at this, that I'm lazy, or I'm not educated, or I'm not articulate, or I'm too skinny, I'm too fat. You know what I mean? Like, all the things that we tell ourselves. If you constantly say these things to yourself, your body absorbs that stuff. And so now it's time to talk sense to yourself and change that mindset. And the better you talk to yourself, the better answers you'll get and you'll feel better, right? Oh, okay, you're not leaving. Okay, I play the flute violin. Oh, that's really cool. I play the flute. Well, I played the flute back when I was in middle school. I had a flute. It's in my storage unit somewhere. But I played the flute too. It was a long time ago. Um, so yeah, this is a good book. Bye everyone. Good night, Sarah. Have a good night. Yeah, it's a good book though. It's a really good read, and it really makes you think about the way that you talk to yourself. There's a lot of people who I feel like could use this book. Myself included, of course. But there are some people that even that I speak with on a regular basis that I've been saying, hey, I think you should read this book. And so it's a good way to almost like a self-assessment. Like, if you read this book and you realize, do I do this? Do I say this about myself? Do I do this? There's a there's a part in here that says makes me. And a lot of times people will be like, well, so and so made me do it. Or you make me so angry. You make me so this. But this book tells you that nobody can make you do anything. You make yourself do these things. You are the one who controls. You cannot give anybody else your own control because you control your body. So you can't say that somebody else made you do it. You did these things. So you have to say, I make me. And that's a good way to refrain like your thoughts. Like, so and so made me do this. Well, no, I made me do this. Like, I made myself get upset. I made myself sad. I made myself angry. I made myself cry. You know what I mean? So it makes you have to really think about the things that you say to yourself. All right, let's look at this chat. All right, good night, Sarah. Daxon, I don't have to go. I'm in chorus and band and orchestra. Oh, wow. Chorus, band, and orchestra. Okay, cool. All right, Chiefs. Hello, Chief. How are you? Glad you could join us this evening. Glad to see you. Yeah. I think it's just been you and Sarah. I haven't seen any of our regulars this evening. My ACL's feeling good too. Oh, good. I'm so glad to hear that. So if you don't know, Chief is tore his ACL a couple couple of days ago, maybe a week or so now. And so he's just been having to take it easy, but I'm glad he's feeling better. So, yeah. You can subscribe, sure. Sure, sure, sure. Absolutely. Please like and subscribe. I usually forget to say that anyway. And I did post a video actually maybe this morning. I think I posted a video either this morning or yesterday about how to create a subscribers only live. Excuse me. Because if you remember, if you were new here, I've been going live for probably about a month now. But we would get a lot of random things in the chat. A lot of random subscribers who would say some really crazy things and kind of disrupt the chat a little bit. So in order to kind of filter through that stuff, we made it subscriber only, and then there's a time limit on it. So that kind of deters people who just want to jump in your chat and say crazy things, and it kind of limits that a little bit. So if you are new to lives or you're new to YouTube and you want to get monetized, or you're thinking about doing lives but you're a little nervous because you're thinking that people are going to jump in your chat and say crazy things, they might. However, there was a way to kind of redirect them and kind of get them to not necessarily be on your chats as much, because you can of course you can watch the video, and I'll show you and I'll walk you through about how to do it. But by filtering things, by making it subscriber only, and then you can set a time limit on it. Like you can set it from they can only subscribe in order to comment in the chat, or they have to wait 5 minutes, they have to wait 10 minutes, they have to wait an hour. And that way, that kind of deters them from wanting to come and write crazy things in your chat, because they're not going to want to wait that long, and then they'll jump to somebody else's live and do it to somebody else. So that kind of helps you out. And also, if you are somebody who doesn't really do well with asking people to subscribe, and that's something that I kind of forget to do anyway, as my content as I create my content a little differently, then I'll ask and I'll change some settings and stuff. But for most of the time, what I tell people is, if you are brand new to YouTube, or you are trying to streamline your content, if you're trying to get monetized and you're trying to get subscribers, this is also a good way to do subscribers only. That way people will subscribe in order to chat, but then that means your numbers are always growing. So it helps you in that regard too. Let's see. Let's look at the chat. Oh, hello, Q. Nice of you to join us. Hello, hello. To my evening bae. You so silly. Okay. How are you this evening? I was just telling Chiefs that we hadn't had too many regulars this evening. So I think you and Chiefs are my regulars. I had made somebody a moderator. I don't know where he went. I don't know where he's at now. Martin, are you still with us? And I think Z's on too. So, Speedy, respect her. Thank you, Speedy. Thank you, Speedy. Thank you, Q. Yes, Q is our moderator as well. Q, Chiefs, and Z are our moderators, and I think somebody else as well. I think Martin, but I don't see Martin. Are you okay that much? I think Speedy's fairly new, so Speedy doesn't understand our dynamics just yet, so that's understandable. That's okay. So yeah, okay, so Q and Chiefs, you came a little late this evening. I did go ahead and pick the next movie. The next movie randomly selected was High School Musical. So it's getting a little, we're getting a little better. But I do like musicals, so I'm not upset about it. And I have not actually watched that one. So I guess it's gonna be a good one because I haven't seen it, and I know it was a craze back in, I think, well, definitely not my high school days, but I think around maybe about 10, what, about 20 years, maybe about 10 years ago, because I graduated high school 20 years ago. So 10 years ago, I think High School Musical was like a craze. So we'll go back and watch it because I know there was like three of those or something, right? High School Musical 1, 2, and 3 or something. So that's the movie, not that movie. Yes, that is the movie. So I don't know if y'all look, y'all. These are, don't come for me. These are, y'all chose these. Y'all chose these. So listen, I'm just doing what you chose. And we picked a random generator, and the random generator chose. And so y'all got to go through this rabbit hole with me. So we went through the Flintstones. Now we're on High School Musical. So maybe, hopefully, next time we'll get a Braveheart and an accountant. We'll get a Gladiator. Or I Am Sparta. We'll get something else. But until then, High School Musical it is. Say right, we're invited to the wedding. Right? But I had a random dream the other day. Well, not a dream, not like a vision, but uh, it's a story for another time. Okay, not that movie. No, not that movie. Turned out to be quite the rabbit hole. It is, right? Dream about me. Not necessarily about you. It was kind of like, have you ever seen, is it, it was like Umbrella Academy. It just kind of like that. I just kind of had like a thought um like we were kind of running like our own Umbrella Academy. That's it. Well, I haven't seen all of Umbrella Academy, but it was kind of like essentially like we were like parents of like all of these children, like all the kids in this chat, or and the younger people in the chat. Um, but almost like a school for them, like, and maybe they were essentially like very, like they excel in different ways, right? Like they're all have this extra ability, kind of like X-Men. Like they all have this this ability to do like really amazing things. And we were just, I probably because we're like in the chat with them and they're younger and we're older, so I kind of had that mindset, like we had this like school or like a house where we like how like they come and we kind of help them kind of along their journey. I don't know, it's just random, but I just thought about it. And yes, you were there, Q. Yes. um yeah, that's why I like this. Are you hearing this? Yeah. So I just thought that was interesting. I don't know where it came from. It was like right after we got off this last night. I had this kind of like interesting epiphany type moment. I don't know. I don't know. Hi, am I blocked? Why would you be blocked, Daxam? I see your comments. We see them. To my divine download. I guess. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Hi, you pretty. Thank you, Daxam. I appreciate that. So yeah, it was very random, but it was very interesting, and I I'm sure it probably came from this chat because we're always talking about random things. And then probably a mix of like relationship advice, but also, you know, just kind of seeing where they grow in their journey. What would we do with all of this game? Oh gosh. Okay, she's really pretty. Thank you, Speedy. So I know, right? Thank you. And y'all say this in my, there is nothing going on here. This is just natural hair. I mean, like I like washed my hair today. That's why my hair is just, yeah, just all natural right now. But next week I will actually start to dress up. So you'll see me kind of change roles, if you will. Because I've been in my hibernation mode right now. So as I start to travel, then I'll dress up a little bit more, and you'll see me in some different lights, different outfits and stuff. But we need Boss Dog. I have not. Boss Dog wasn't on last night either. So I don't know. Maybe he's I don't know if he's you know traveling, baby making. We're not really sure. We're not really sure. Excuse me. Loving Asia. Thank you. Next week the days roll in. Next week the days roll in. What you mean? I get gooder. Hey, get gooder. How are you? Hello, hello. Glad of you to join us this evening. All right, let's see here. I think I have enough moderators in here now, so I don't see I don't see Martin in here anymore. Do 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 do. All right, let's see here. Okay. Y'all are funny. Okay. You're gonna start dating next. Oh, I did say that. You're gonna start dating next week. You said in a couple weeks. Y'all have such good memories, I tell you. Such good memories, don't ya? Okay. How are you, Aysia? I am good. Get gooder. I am wonderful. Who is Martin? Aisha's about to be outside. Yes. So Martin was he had jumped on earlier. He had been in a couple of lives, but y'all weren't in here until he asked to be moderator. So I made a moderator. But I haven't seen him in a while. Since y'all been on. So I like moderators, but I don't want to have too many. So okay, go to Chiefs. The line starts. Chiefs is not in line. So Chief is not in line. Chief has a girlfriend, actually. You're a vibe. Thank you, Speedy. Okay. What's a typical takeout meal for one who doesn't eat meat? Oh, okay. So if I am going out, like today, I didn't really eat much today. I think I got French fries from Chick-fil-A. But if I was going to get a meal, I would go to like Chipotle, and I would get a bowl from Chipotle. I would do what is my other favorites? I would do like a kava. I like kava. I like taco salad type stuff. I like a potato, but I won't put, no bacon on or anything like that. If I'm doing dairy, then I'll put the sour cream and the cheese on it and the chives and, onion or something. Salads, of course. Always salads. Pasta. Anything that is, fruit, vegetables. I don't mind a stir fry. Sweet potato fries. Like a veggie sampler, right? Onion rings, mozzarella sticks. You know, is that enough? I'm trying to think of something else. I was like, you got me excited. I was like, oh, food. So yeah. Okay. You have to attend a couple more, Jackson. I have about 3 or 4 moderators already for this evening. So if you attend about like 4 or 5 more lives, then I'll make you a moderator. But it has to be that I have to kind of see you on a regular basis, though. Okay. Just teach what to. Okay, I think I read that already. I'm back. I got the backstage pass. Okay, let me see. It all sounded good. Yeah, I like to eat, and even though I don't eat meat, I can always find certain things. Now I do vegetarian when I travel, because when you travel, different places don't offer everything. So when I used to go to Arkansas, I was I would do no meat, but when I was there I would do fish, because Arkansas, they're known for their fish, their catfish. So I would do catfish during while I was there. So now that I don't do meat at all, I'll do um, sandwiches, or I'll do wraps. We have a place that we go to. It's called Greenleaf. So Greenleaf, I will do a black bean burger or a veggie burger, and then I'll do my sweet potato. Now I'm getting excited because I'm like, ooh, I already know what I'm about to eat next week. I'm gonna get my sweet potato fries, my black bean burger. I'm gonna put probably, maybe if I want cheese on, I may do cheese. I may not, because the black bean burger doesn't really have to have cheese. Then I'll do like lettuce, tomato, onion on my burger. Um, and then they have like they do like a vegetable medley sometimes, and then they also have a salad bar, and I always get their salad bar, and I will load up my salad bar with let's see, broccoli, and I put tons of stuff on my salads, by the way. I put lettuce, tomato, onion. I may put banana peppers. I may put sunflower seeds, almonds, broccoli, cauliflower, uh, you know, all kinds of stuff. Maybe carrots, uh, purple cabbage, it's all that kind of stuff. I love some pumpkin seeds or papita. I think most people call them papita or pumpkin seeds or papitas. They're the same thing. But I love papitas on my salads. Okay, let me see what you got. Da, da, da. Okay, bye. Bye, Sarah. Have a good night. Okay, let's see. All right, Hassan. Hello, the most beautiful woman in the world. How are you doing today? How was your day, sweetheart? Thank you, Hassan. My day was good. It was quiet. It was good. I did yoga today. I don't tell y'all about yoga because I had stopped doing it because it got really cold. So I actually did yoga today. So I feel much better. I'm getting myself back together slowly but surely, coming out of hibernation. And then I did my walk today. I also went to the library. Yeah, so it was a good day. Got some good work in. Got on a couple of meetings, so it was a good day. Good night, Sarah. Let's see. Q said, Dax, focus on your long division. Okay, are we about to have a rose battle? Oh, Dax talking about a rose battle. Okay. Good night, Sarah. All right, no, Dax, you win. He said, I'm not like, oh, Dax called Q a baked bean? Oh, Dax, focus on your multi-step multiplication. Hey, they're making fun of me. Yeah, let's not do that. Okay, I'm in 6th grade. Don't focus on vision. Okay. All right. I feel like a scavenger bringing KFC chicken breast to work after meeting. Why? I don't want you to ever feel bad about what you are eating. Um My journey is mine. It is not necessarily meant to be yours. I'm just sharing what I'm doing. And if you decide that you want to try it, you can try it out. It is not, it's not easy though, because everybody around me likes to eat meat. So it has to be something that you're consciously deciding to do. Or you can try it. You can do like meatless Mondays or something. You know, what today was? Today was Tuesday, right? Today was Tuesday? I think today's Tuesday. Yeah. So you can try like one day a week without meat or something like that and see if you notice a change in how you feel. And then kind of go from there. But it's not something that you have to do. You don't have to do meatless. You don't have to do any of the things that I'm doing. It just makes me feel better, and as I get older, I notice the difference. So that's all. But yeah. Or just maybe even not do a whole meal, just maybe like one meal without meat and see how you feel. You know, that's all. Let's see. Mm-mm-mm. Da da da. No, 3 times. The X doesn't mean times. Okay, I don't mean fractions anymore. You need brain cells. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, oh, I need brain cells, huh? Solve this problem. Ooh, be nice. Be nice. Bye, sugar daddy. No, I just like your journey. We should all consider. Okay, yeah. I think learning different ways to do things is always a good idea. I also eat a lot of rice and beans. I haven't done it lately, but I love rice and I do like beans. And I like and I don't mean canned beans, I mean the dry beans that you sit on the counter, you add the water, you wait for them to blow up for about 8 hours, then you rinse them off and then you cook them. Um, okay. So, yeah. Well, there's Martin. Martin's back now. So, yeah, that's about it. But I do like my favorite. I'm trying to think. I've tried the jackfruit. The jackfruit is a fruit that most vegans or plant-based people will try, and they'll make that like their barbecue. And so it's interesting that a lot of our vegetables look like our organs, right? Like if you cut the tomato, the tomato kind of looks like a heart, right? Then you look at the celery. The celery looks like your bones. Then if you cut the carrot looks kind of like your eye. So it's just interesting that the things that we consume, certain vegetables that we consume, look just like our body parts. So it's almost like, okay, this goes with this, and this you eat for this. And so, celery has a lot of water in it. So it's good for your bones, right? It's just interesting. Da, da, da. What is your job? So thank you for asking, Casey. My job is that I am a project manager and I'm also a marketing consultant. And so about 4 or 5 times a year, I do large concerts and events. And then I do some side consulting services for people who are trying to put on events, or they're trying to grow their event, or they're trying to streamline their event. So maybe they've been doing events for 3 or maybe 2 or 3 years or something, and they're trying to figure out how to make it better, how to fix it so that they're doing streamlining their sales. Like maybe I have one person who does a film festival, and this was their third film festival, so I came and kind of saw the way that they do their film festival, and they kind of asked me to critique some things and see what I would do better, what would I change, what would I automate for them, marketing. How are they doing marketing? How are they doing their sales? How are they getting new customers, their acquisition, their clients? Um, you know, Are they doing sponsorships? Are they doing grant funding? Different things like that. Um, their websites. Are they doing landing pages? Different things like that. And then I have my actual events that I help manage. So now we do our, I do a 10-day countdown. So that starts tomorrow. So we'll do a 10, 9, 8 countdown to the show. I always like doing countdowns because it allows people to know, okay, it's coming, it's getting closer, it's getting closer. And just giving them different tips and strategies on how to navigate marketing and things like that. So basically, a lot of marketing in a lot of different areas. Da, 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 da. Do you follow Yaki Awakened? Who is that? Do I need to write that person down? Do you need a degree? So you don't necessarily need a degree in marketing. You just need to learn. You just kind of have to sit up under people and just kind of learn the industry and learn people. One of the best things you can do is just like learn the psychology of people, how they buy, why they buy, and then the way that they buy. Most people there are two kinds of people. People buy off what they want, and people buy off of wants and pain. And you would be like, pain? Why would they buy off of pain? But it's not necessarily physical pain, but it's the way that their brain works, right? Because if our brains tend to think negatively most of the day, like 70% of your thoughts are usually negative thoughts. It's either, and most of it's negative towards yourself, right? Like you are in your comfort zone most of the time. And so you'll be like, I want to get out, I want to exercise, I want to do well, I want to I want to start dating, but then you'll second guess yourself or you'll self-sabotage yourself and you'll start to think, well, I want to do these things, but I'm just so tired or I'm just so sleepy or who's going to buy my content anyway? Who's going to want to join my lives? Or if I go live, somebody's gonna talk bad about me, or somebody's gonna say something negative in the chat, and then or somebody's gonna ask me a question that I don't know the answer to, and you'll start all these things, and you start to spiral out of control. And so, what you learn in marketing is we learn this stuff. We learn how people operate, so we can learn how best to help them. So if I'm already telling you something that you probably know, like you can tell me in the chat if you probably thought about any of those things that I said, right? You ever thought like, I'm not smart enough, I'm not good looking enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not handsome, I can't do this, I'm not going to pass this test because I don't know these things. Who's gonna want to hire me at my next job? And so these are things that we all tell ourselves. Like nobody's exempt. Everybody has these negative thoughts. And so in marketing you learn to, because everybody has these thoughts, let me just use that and show people, hey, I feel just like you. I was just like you. I don't like to talk on lives either, but here I am talking to you. I get nervous in front of the camera just like you. I get nervous talking in front of people just like you. But I use that to tell people that, yes, I started just like you, but now I'm moving away from that and now I'm getting better at it. And so because I'm getting better at it, I know that you can too. So by using that pain about where they are, I know I can help them cross that bridge. And so by bridge, I mean, I can show you how I got from being just like you to where I am today on this side. Now I have close to, I'm almost at, I think, 3.9 thousand followers on YouTube. And back in November, I was at like 300. So I can show you how to go from 300 followers to 3,000 followers in like 2 months, right? I can show you how to go from being nervous to not being able to speak on camera to being able to have lives every night, and now we're over an hour, right? Like these are the things that I can tell you because I've done it, because I've done the work, and because I'm in marketing. So these are the things that I try to talk to people about. These are the things that I like to discuss because I just find it fascinating. And I also want to help people to move out of their comfort zone because most people don't like their comfort zone. It's comfortable because you've been there for so long, but you don't necessarily like it because it's old and you've been doing it for so long. It's just normal to you, but it doesn't mean that you enjoy it. Okay, let's see here. I want to write down this Yaki awakening. Let's see here. Gotta write this down somewhere. Hold on. Let me go down to our movie page. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Here it is. Yaki. Y-A-H. Yaki Awakened. Okay. Yes. Wow, that's cool. You're a busy lady. Thank you, Robert. Okay. That's interesting reference about the tomatoes and checking in. And want to know what movie you watched from the list came most interesting. So CH Pablo, we are only on the second movie. The first movie by choice was The Flintstones, and then tonight we just picked High School Musical. So we have a list of 50 to go through. So we are at the very beginning of our list. So if you want to watch High School Musical, I believe they said it's on Disney Plus. So that'll be the next movie that we'll watch, and then I'll pick the next one after that. Hi, I am Lonely. Long time no see. I'm glad to see you. We've been missing you. Okay. What's 4x plus 5? 1021. Okay. Yaki is someone who picked up on Dr. Sebi's teaching. Okay, I'm familiar with Dr. Sebi, yes. Dr. Sebi's teachings and continued his research. I think you'd find him interesting. Do you ever detox? Have you tried bitters? So, good question, Q. I do detox quite often. I have not tried bitters. I'm not sure what that is, so I need to look that up. But I do quite a bit of detoxing. So I think I told you the other day I did a water fast. Oh, I'm stiff. Okay, I did a water fast, and generally my rule of thumb is if I have not eaten by like 4 p.m. and I feel like most of the day is over, I will just go the rest of the day without eating. That is one of the things that I do regularly. And so that's one of my detoxing. And then I also do enemas once a quarter, either once a quarter or every 4 to 6 months. And so for my young people, you're gonna be like, ew. But I do enemas, and so enemas when you put the tube up there and you pour water in there slowly. You can do a colonic or you can do an enema. Colonics are when you go to a facility and they flush you out, and or you could do an enema, which is at home, so it's a lot quieter. I make sure I have enough time. I give myself about an hour and a half to kind of do that stuff, and it kind of cleanses me out. And so those are the things that I do, and I do them because your small intestines is 22 feet long, and your large intestines are 5 feet long. So you're talking about 27 feet. And the way that they're in your body are like this, like they're weaved in there, kind of like if you think about a water hose, and it's kind of weaved in there. So there are a lot of little corners and crevices that your body, that you have food, and food gets stuck in there. And so unless you're actively working and stretching, doing yoga and doing these different things, most of the food passes through you, but not all of it, right? Because all of it can get stuck up in them corners. And so, how are you getting all that stuff out of all the gunk out of your corners, right? Like, even if you wash your belly button, you'd be like, how is that in my belly button, right? Like, you wash every day, but you still have stuff in your belly button. So, it's the same thing within your body as well. Like, there's always stuff that gets stuck in the corners. And so, how do you get that stuff out? And so, by doing detoxes, by doing breath work, breathing certain ways. Like if you just, we call it I think it's called the breath of fire. If you were just like, if I'm doing vocal exercises or I'm doing yoga, I will sit with my feet up under me and I'll do like call it the fire breath where you, and you're just breathing out or you're breathing through your nose, but you're not breathing in, but you're just breathing out and you're doing short breaths. And so that just kind of moves some of the stuff that's in your abdomen and your core. You just kind of push that stuff and kind of move some of that stuff out. And so that kind of helps relieve yourself of all of that stuff that's kind of built up in your body. And then making sure you're doing different stretches, that helps, move some of that stuff around. Okay, let me see here. What up, Lonely? I love you. I love you too, Dax. Okay. Misfit, self-doubt is a real mofo. Yes, it's a mental wall that needs to be broken through. Yes, 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 yes. Hi, Noodles. We were talking about you a little bit earlier. Okay, love you. I love you too, Dax. Robert, you have some awesome positive vibes. Thank you, Robert. Is anyone actively dealing with self-doubt? In particular area of their life in here? Oh, that's a good question, Q. Is anyone, and I will pose that question to you all in the chat. Is anyone actively dealing with self-doubt in any area in particular in your life in here? Love you have projector. What's your longest fast? You have to be the youngest professional I've ever seen. What are you, like 20? Oh, that's a good age. Thank you for saying 20. I am actually in my 30s, but I thank you for that, Just Teach. I don't mind being 20. That's a good age too. Okay, can't say I expected the end of I did. Okay, so the enema came from my 5-day fast to Costa Rica. That was the longest time that I went without eating anything, was 5 full days in Costa Rica. And in Costa Rica, we did a detox where we only drank water and we would drink different supplements that he had. So we had like chlorella, which is like the green, like chlorophyll, right? Like in different green, like in a pill form. And then we would have some other, vitamins, probiotic type things. And so we would have kind of, it was like chocolate, but we would call it, I can't remember what we called it. But anyway, it had a flavor of like a chocolate type of flavor. And so we had 5 days where we would take the supplements and stuff, but we wouldn't eat anything. And you would be surprised how your body is. Like the first day was okay. The second day, like you may be like tired and lethargic. You start the inner you start to come out, right? You start getting cranky, getting emotional, getting angry, you know what I mean? That kind of thing by day 2, day 3. And then we did yoga every day and it's like, oh, then you walk by, because we were at Costa Rica, like we're in a resort, so you walk by and see people eating. Now you're getting people like the side eye, getting angry, hangry, right? Because you're not eating and you're seeing them eat. And then see, now this is why this book is good too, because you start to tell yourself, oh, I'm this, oh, I'm that. And you start to make yourself feel like you're hungry, make yourself feel like you have to have these things. And then you get emotional. But in all reality, you don't necessarily need these things. but your body will tell you these things because you're just wired that way, right? Like I have to have chicken, I have to have steak, I have to have fish, I have to have fried foods, I have to have all these things. And so over time, what you realize is you really don't have to have these things. This is what you tell yourself though. So after like 5 days of that, then we were able to eat. Now we had what did we break our fast? We had like a 4 or 5 course meal. So I want to say the first thing we had was like a tomato soup or something. It was so good. And if I can go back and find, I did take a couple of videos of it, and so I will. I'll see if I can find them. But we did tomato. I did tomato soup. Let me see if I. Where is my phone? Oh, it's over there charging. Okay. And then we had hummus. Hummus is delicious. I love hummus, and I love guacamole. I don't know if we had guacamole too. I think we had hummus and guacamole. Then we had like a broccoli with like a potato and like some other vegetable, I think. But it was really good, and it was Costa Rica, so everything was like really fresh vegetables. It tasted delicious. So it was really good. So yeah, so if you ask, that was my longest fast. And now the longest, that was 2 years ago, going on 3. And then when I moved out of my place in January, so I've just been out a month now. Because it was so difficult for me to move, and I could not figure out what I wanted to do. I trying to pack and trying to do all these things, and I feel like I have a little bit of ADHD kind of when it comes to moving, and it was hard for me to focus. I made myself tell myself, okay, you cannot eat until you move out of this house. So that's how I was able to move out the house. It took me 4 days. So I didn't eat for 4 days in order to be able to pack up this 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom house. So that was one of my goals, was like, okay, in order for you to eat, you have got to move out this house. And then it was like go mode. And I did not get hungry. I was not irritated. I was not stressed. I was like, okay, you've got to move. You got to move. You got to move. You got to move. And then after I moved everything, I celebrated with, I went to Subway. I got me a veggie patty. So if you're not familiar, you can go to Subway, and veggie patty is like just like what it is. It's different veggies that they have put and made into a patty. And so that's what I use as my meat on my Subway sandwiches. And then I loaded it up with black olives, banana peppers, pickles, lettuce, tomato, onion, salt and pepper. They have this really good called like Parmesan, like vinaigrette Parmesan or something, dressing that I like to put, and I put it on the side. And then when I came back, that was my meal when I moved out. So that's what I did. Okay, let's see. Can I see your beautiful hair? So I just washed my hair. I am natural, so that's what you see. My hair is it's grown a little bit. Yeah, so that's what we have right now. We're looking like Bye Felicia underneath this cap. Okay. I just had some chicken nuggets. Okay, sweetie. uh, and then cutting your weight for a competition definitely takes a mental toll. Yes, I agree with you on that. Robert says, "Wow, veggie patties are ultra processed soy products." I believe that. I definitely believe that. I don't do a lot of veggie patties, so I don't do a lot of Subway. But when I do go, that is what I get, or I get a regular. But if I want something that has a little bit that'll keep me a little fuller longer, then I'll eat that. And it was interesting because now that you say that, like once I ate the veggie pat, I had so much energy those 4 days that I didn't eat meat. But as soon as I had that Subway sandwich, it was like boom. And I don't know, it could be the fact that I was moving and I was lifting all that stuff, and I had that I had my timeline and everything, and then I packed the U-Haul and unpacked the U-Haul and did all that thing. And so by the time that I actually sat down, then I was like, I was I was out for the count for like 2 days. I didn't want to do anything. Oh goodness. Okay. Definitely got some beautiful hair. Thank you, Misfit. I snuck snacks upstairs. Dax, don't get in trouble. Subway is really good. Yeah. So, but yeah. So that's a little bit about me and how I do my food intake. When I'm traveling, when I'm home, I eat a little bit, healthier. But on the go, I very mindful of where I can eat and what I can eat. And so Subway tends to take the cake because Subway is one of those places that I know I can always go to. Subway, Chipotle, Cava, Mediterranean places. If I go to Chinese, I'll do like lo mein, vegetable lo mein. If I do Chinese, so yeah, I'm always in, but I always like salads and stuff like that. Well, my parents were sleeping and I had to charge my Chromebook. Okay, gotcha. I snuck Smith's upstairs. Don't get in trouble. All right. No, Dax, we don't do phone numbers. But you are welcome to come back on my lives any day. Mediterranean places rule. Yeah, I have not had a lot of Mediterranean. I've only been to Cava, really. So that is one thing that I really would like to explore more. And then Mediterranean, I don't do a lot of Indian because it's very spicy. And Thai, and I want to try a little bit more Thai and a little bit more pho places because I've gone only like one pho place, but I think I want to try some more pho because I haven't done enough pho in my opinion. So yeah, it's pretty good. All right, any other questions? Because we are out of time. I try to keep these to an hour, but they run a little long every now and then. So, I gotta go to Siesta Key this summer. Ooh, nice. That's gonna be fun. Siesta. Okay. All right. Any other questions? Anybody else got anything else in the chat? Otherwise, we will call it a night. And I will be on tomorrow. So right now it's 11:42 p.m. for me, Eastern Standard Time. I am in Atlanta, Georgia. So it's almost midnight. Hi, Chief. How are you? So yeah, it's getting quite late for me. And these gentlemen in the chat, Q and Chief and Boss Dog, we haven't seen Boss Dog in a couple days, but Boss Dog, they like to keep me up late. And so because I'm getting back into my routine, I have to kind of stick on schedule. So I try not to stay on too late in the evening, but I like to jump on and say hello and see how everybody's doing. But yeah. Yes, good night, good night, good night. So if there, let me see, Lewis. Hey, Lewis. It was Jim Crow's baby daddy awareness. What? Okay. Thank you, Lewis. I will stay safe. Well, I have enjoyed tonight's I have enjoyed this tonight, little sis. Hope you have a good night. Thank you, Robert. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I got stuck in Atlanta before. Atlanta. Yeah, I love Atlanta. I love the vibes in Atlanta. 10:42. Okay. So you must be Central Time. So I'll be flying next week. I'll be in Central Time. So this is gonna be a little different. I gotta be mindful of that. Y'all have to remind me. We try and do 10:15. That's Central. Yeah. So next week I will be in Arkansas. So they are Central Time. So I have to work that in. We gotta figure that out. Ooh, I might have to push it back. I don't know. I'll play it by ear and see what it looks like. All right. So as always, I love you all. Thank you for joining our chat this evening. Thank you for participating and engaging with me. And we will chat tomorrow. So same time tomorrow. I am live generally around 10:15 Eastern Standard Time, 10:15 p.m. every night. So I will see you all tomorrow. Love you.